be all that you can't see. Hello, folks. Welcome back to our channel. This is Goosebumps Boy, your friendly neighborhood. And today we're going to be reviewing the book Ghost Camp. Ghost Camp, indeed. Number 45 from Goosebumps, the original series. So, what is Ghost Camp about? Well, before I move on to the book itself, I'd like to say a few things about the front cover, as I usually do. So basically, we had this camp, right, the campgrounds, and basically you had that big sort of sign between two trees. And basically you have those kids that are kind of entering the camp. And the funniest thing is that these campers don't have buddies. So basically, it's just their clothes. It's just their clothes kind of floating. Uh, and it's kind of scary and funny in a way. But basically, they all had wearing those orange shirts. Those orange shirts. And basically, there's a fir tree that is on their shirts, basically. Yeah, some kind of an evergreen. And basically, it's gray, and that's pretty much it. Most of them have Converse shoes, right? Converse All-Star shoes, and they're red. There are a lot of red shoes that look the same. A lot of shoes look the same. Some are red, some are pink, some are purple. Yeah, you get the gist of it. Basically, pretty much all the same Converse All-Star shoes. All-Stars. I believe that's what it's called. And basically, this camp looks pretty good. And pretty scary also. You have the American flag in between the bunks. And basically, you have a blue sky that is so dark. And basically, lightning bolts kind of in the background. And basically, all of those trees, of course, like evergreens, fir trees, the grass. So it's pretty much all green, blue, dark blue, and orange, right? And basically, they also have some khaki pants, I believe, shorts, khaki shorts, whatever you want to call them. And basically, there's a young girl that is there, and basically, she's whole. It's a whole person, but you don't really understand what this whole cover is about, and it's kind of it's all part of its charm, right? And basically, the orange color plays a big role in this book, as you have the background of Goosebumps behind the letters of the title. And it's basically Ghost Camp, number 45 from Goosebumps. Wow, I spent a lot of time talking about this front cover. I apologize if it was a little bit too long, but I really wanted to mention what I liked about this front cover. Really nice front cover. Really makes us want to read this book. And basically, we're going to go straight into the story now that we spoke about the front cover. So basically, the story is about two brothers, Harry and his brother Alex Altman. And basically, they're going to Camp Spirit Moon, which is basically a camp that is somewhere in the countryside, if I'm not mistaken. I miss those trees, yeah, the countryside pretty much. And basically, Alex is, he has that talent, which is about singing. He's a talented singer, and his parents couldn't send him signing up to a music camp, so he had to basically tag along with Harry, his brother, and basically they're riding on this bus, but they're all alone in the bus. So that's pretty. It's already like the way it starts is pretty much atmospheric, and basically, what happens is that whenever Alex is scared, I believe, not scared, but when he feels sick in the bus, what he does is that he would sing. I know that sounds pretty like weird, but it's pretty funny in a way. And basically, they're traveling in this bus, and there are a lot of people in there. And basically, what happens is that I believe the bus ends up stopping in the middle of the woods, and they don't know where they are. There's not much. There's nobody around, so it's pretty much like they all lost. They both lost in the middle of the woods, and they can't really find their way. So they're like, "What is going on? Have we been set up, or what's going on? Is that some kind of a joke?" Finally, they find out that I believe the camp counselor. His name is, what was his name again? Camp counselor. Yeah, basically they meet a camp counselor who helps him find their way into the camp, and basically, yeah, this camp counselor is named Chris, and he's gonna go to the boys and he's gonna explain more or less how this camp works, where they are, and so on and so forth. And basically, they end up finding out that they've been pranked in a way, and because all newcomers in this camp get the unofficial welcome, which basically is a prank. And basically, this year they're it. And basically, all the campers were hiding, so they come out of their hiding places, their hideouts, and soon afterwards, they're introduced to Uncle Marv, who's some kind of a giant who runs this camp. And basically, Uncle Marv is gonna tell them about the camp, the main highlights, about how it is in there, how it works, what they're gonna be doing during their staying. And basically, he's gonna tell them about a test that will. I'm quoting from the Goosebumps fandom website. Uncle Marv alludes to a test that will take place at the campfire gathering later that night. So basically, yeah, they're gonna go to this campfire in which they're gonna be enjoying some hot dogs, if I'm not mistaken, and they're gonna be talking to each other, getting to know each other, and pretty much socialize. And basically, there's gonna be some weird things. Like there's that legend that's kind of all over the camp that campers would tell a counselor. The counselor will tell them about it. But first, our main characters think that it's just some kind of a joke to scare them. And it sounds like this whole camp has that thing about ghosts, right? Like, there's that ghost kind of legend. I don't remember exactly what it is, but I'm gonna try to get you the main facts about this book. But basically, some weird things are happening from the very get going. And when they get to their cabin, they notice that there's a blue liquid that is kind of all over the place, and they don't really know what it is. Then Harry's gonna meet a girl. Harry's gonna meet a girl named Lucy, and they're gonna be talking to each other, kind of getting to know each other. But later, after basically, Harry is gonna notice some real scary things that are gonna start taking place with the fire and Lucy. And basically, it sounds like the kids in this camp are kind of odd. They're kind of weird. Like they do some strange things all over the camp. Like they're not really your typical campers. There's that weird kind of impression we get from them that they kind of like not really normal, so to speak. And I don't want to spoil the book in any shape or form, so I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I believe the title kind of says a lot already. But yeah, basically, Uncle Marv is gonna, soon afterwards, he's gonna be singing that song. That is kind of the song of the camp, like the song that is supposed to be sung by everybody who's in the camp, the campers, the counselors. Don't ask me to sing that song. I don't remember what it is, but I remember Alex really liking it since he loves to sing. And there's that other friend he made, Elvis, who's just a horrible singer. He sings totally off key. He can't sing to save his life, basically. It's pretty awful and sounds horrible. But basically, it's this is gonna be part of the story. Like it's kind of funny in a way, but at the same time, there's something weird brewing. And as readers, we're gonna find out soon that this camp is not exactly what it seems. And the fact that the counselors and the campers are kind of weird, at the exception of our two main characters, our two main ones, it's not exactly just might not be just a prank. It might be true, right? There might really be something taking place in this camp, and this is basically how the book goes. I'm trying to find out a little bit more about this book. I apologize. It's been a while since I read it, but I'm trying to remember, trying to see if anything would jog my memory from reading the summary, maybe. But basically, yeah, because I don't want to leave anything out. But Uncle Morph is going to tell them about a ghost story. Right, ghost stories in this camp are a pretty big thing. Like, everybody listens to ghost stories, and yeah, it sounds like it's kind of the heart and core of this camp. It all seems to be revolving around ghosts. And yeah, ghost activities, things like that. At first, Alex and I believe Harry, our main character, especially, he believes that they're being made fun of again. That's just a joke. But the way the campers act and react to that is really strange. Are they taking the joke? Are they taking the joke a little bit too far, or is there more to it? Is everything real that is taking place in this camp? I'm not going to spoil it or anything. I want you to find out for yourselves. But this is basically how it goes, right? So basically, yeah, that's basically it for this book, I believe. I haven't forgotten anything important. But yeah, they're gonna be basically camping out at some point in tents. But for the most part, they're just gonna go to their cabins, their bunks, and they're gonna sleep in there, and that's pretty much it. But these campers, there's something really odd about them, really kind of off about them, and this is basically the main premise of the book, that these campers might be, not exactly what you'd expect from any regular camper, if I might say so. But yeah, so it's weird. One weird event after another, after another, after another, after another, after another, after another, after another taking place. And, well, I said that a lot. So basically, yes, and then you get to the final twist. And, I don't want to tell you exactly what it is. But yeah, basically, it's the final twist, the very final scene is pretty funny, and I like how the story kind of unravels and plays out. It's really good. There are a lot of scenes in which there's gonna be that fog that is kind of spreading all around our characters. It's really atmospheric. It's if there's a word to describe this book, atmospheric would be it. And I know I'm actually quoting Michael Goosebumps a lot. That is because he made a so awesome review on this book. It was really, really, really great. Such a great review on this book. I believe it's one of his favorite books. I definitely admire that and I respect that because this book had a lot of meat in its bones, if you know what I'm saying. It was so good. It was so well written. I really love this book. Yeah, it's a camp book and it's one of the best ones out there, definitely. It's one of my favorite ones too. Such a great camp book. A lot of, very strong atmosphere in this book. It's a little bit like he mentioned the similarities between this book and urban legend, the movies. Yeah, definitely, it definitely has its share of similarities. Right, this book is pretty awesome, to be honest with you. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. And basically, I mean, characters Harry, Elvis, Alex, I believe they were good, especially Lucy, too. Uncle Marv was okay. But yeah, this book is pretty good. It's a nice book, I gotta admit. Like I said, it's a book with a lot of meat in it on its bones. It plays well, it reads well. It's not difficult to go through in any shape or form. It just reads by. It's your average Goosebumps book. But yeah, really, really great book. I really enjoyed it. It's definitely a step up from See Cheese and Die Again, which was the previous book, which was just, I don't know, not really good. But this book definitely was a big step up from the previous book. It definitely did better. Yeah, it definitely, set the bow higher. And definitely enjoyed this book. Definitely a book you should read in the summertime, around summer. Around summer, yeah, something like this. If you ever go to summer camp, perhaps you could take that book with you and read it in the bus and share it with your friends and so on. It's a good book. It definitely reads well. So yeah, basically from the very beginning, when the bus suddenly stops in the middle of the woods, it gets scary. So in this book, you get into the story straight away, and that's something I really enjoyed. That it doesn't take too long to get into the story. To get into the story, curiously enough, in this book, it's taking place really early on in this book. So now, perhaps I should move on to my personal thoughts on this book. Like I said, I really enjoyed it. So let's move on to my rating. If I were to rate this book on a scale from 1 to 10, I would give it a solid 8.5 out of 10. 8.5. Yeah, it was pretty great. Maybe other summer camp books in the series were even better. But yeah, 8.5 out of 10. I don't remember how much I gave the previous one. To be honest with you, I'm kind of hesitating. Maybe I should give it a 9. Yeah, it's kind of difficult, really. Yeah, I think I'd keep it at 8.5 out of 10. 8.5. 8.5 out of 10 for me. Sorry if I keep repeating myself. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Really great book, and I really recommend it for anybody who likes who likes these kinds of stories with summer camps and so on and so forth, urban legend feel stories kind of books. Definitely recommend this one. And I guess that's pretty much it for this review. So what about you folks? What do you think? Sorry about that. Voice crack. So what about you folks? What do you think about Ghost Camp? Did you like this book? Did you hate this book? Let me know in the comment section down below. I really would love to hear about what you have to say about this book. And let me know about your favorite camp books, about your favorite Goosebumps camp book as well. So that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll conclude by reading the summary. So in the meantime, folks, stay safe. Goodbye. Take care. I'll see you in the next review for How to Kill a Monster. Thank you so much for listening and watching, and have a nice day. Have a happy Thanksgiving, and see you soon. This whole channel review for you, signing off. The joke's on them. Harry and his brother Alex are dying to fit in at Camp Spirit Moon, but the camp has so many weird traditions, like the goofy camp salute, the odd camp greeting, and the way the old campers love to play jokes on the new campers. Then the jokes start to get really serious, really creepy, really scary. First, a girl sticks her arm in the campfire. Then a boy jams a pole through his foot. Still, they just jokes. Right?